This is a case of a complex paraophthalmic aneurysm treated with flow diversion. The standard setup, 8 French sheath with a 6 French long sheath, neuron max in this case, placed in the internal carotid artery on the left side. You can see a dysplastic segment with multiple lobules in the paraclinoid region, consistent with a complex aneurysm. A triaxial system is created with the large 6 French long sheath placed in the proximal internal carotid artery, and then through that you can see us advancing an intermediate catheter which just came through. It's an 058 Navion in this particular case, and through that we place an 027 microcatheter, and through the microcatheter an 0 and 4 wire. So this is the classic triaxial tower of power construct for delivery of heavy metal devices such as flow diversion intracranially. A J-shaped loop is created around the horizontal segment to advance the microcatheter into the horizontal. Once we are there, then we get rid of the J and then try to do a primary crossing of the aneurysm. There you can see if there was a J that would have pushed much harder, so just having a non-J construct is critical. There you can see it's seeking the ostia of the choroidal, twirl the wire so that it goes into the middle cerebral artery. There's a small aneurysm there you can see at the MCA bifurcation. It's important to avoid that. We just avoided that. Make sure that we go into the larger of the two branches, which in this case is the superior trunk, and advance the wire. Now the microcatheter is advanced over that wire beyond the segment of the aneurysm to make sure that when we come up with the delivery mechanism for the pipeline, it would not be knocking on the dome of the middle cerebral artery. With that in place, we advance the intermediate catheter, as you see, into the infraclinoidal segment of the carotid artery, optimizing our platform for delivery of the flow diverter. The flow diverter is being advanced, and you can see now the flow diverter has been positioned right where we want it. The initial part of the flow diverter is being unsheathed. That's our standard mechanism. Once we have about 8 to 10 millimeters of it unsheathed, then this is the time when we start applying anterograde force and twirl the wire to see if we can get it to dispose off. Typically we'll stop fluoro at this point to give it a little bit of time to expand. There you can see and forward pressure has been applied to maximally open the device, and then the device is being just deployed through only forward pressure. The microcatheter comes back by itself. We pull the Navion back to make sure we don't deploy it into the Navion. Again, forward pressure is being applied by just pushing the device out, and as it comes around the bend, it very nicely opens up, as you can see. Again, additional forward pressure is being applied at this point, as you can see the Navion going backwards, reflective of that pressure, to make sure that we have optimal wall apposition. There again, forward pressure is applied to get the best wall apposition at that segment, and the last little bit of the device is always simply unsheathed. Now you can see it's not fully opened, but a quick follow through with the microcatheter pushes the device, make sure it's fully opened, and at this point, without any contrast in place, it appears to be well opposed and nicely expanded. Again, in multiple places with the Marksman microcatheter and even the Navion right there allows to confirm that we have nicely opposed the vessel. The capture wire is now being retrieved. It should be noted that at all times of the procedure, at least one person around the table is focusing on where the wire is compared to the roadmap, and you can see excellent hemostasis within the aneurysm, consistent with a successful flow diversion procedure.